Hey guys, it's still 10/21. It's almost Halloween. Can you believe that? 2022. So this month is kind of flying by a little bit. I'm waiting till the 3rd till I get paid. Anyway, let's talk myths. Myths of the TI program. Myths of TIs. Okay, now there's a lot of misinformation going on around the community, guys, and none of it's true. None of it's true. It's all bullshit. I'm telling you firsthand. Um, First of all, we are not under an investigation. They are not investigating us for anything. That's myth number one. We are not under an investigation. They're not investigating us. They can pretend like they're investigating us, but they're not. Okay, now we have drug addicts and meth heads and everything else pretending they could say they're FBI and all that stuff. That's what they did in my program. Meth heads, and pot heads and everything else. We are not under in any kind of an investigation. Okay, that's myth number one. Myth number two is there's no dossier on us. They have no fake dossier on us. That's myth number two. There is no dossier on us. They're not showing a fake dossier to the police station and police officers and all this stuff. Oh my God, this guy's a criminal, and oh my God, he's all this stuff. Okay, that's myth number two. There's no dossier that they're showing people. Myth number three is that they're not doing this from an underground Navy station, Navy station, whatever, underground or whatever. That's myth number three. That is totally false. Some of these nonprofits spread that information. It's totally misinformation. They're not doing this from an airport, air base or whatever to us. These are individuals doing this to us. There's groups of rogue groups, contractors, and they hire out scumbags to do this to us. Believe it or not, they really do. So there's three myths there. Myth number four. We are not on a terrorist watch list. We are not on a terrorist watch list. Look at Brian too. He travels all over the world. He gets harassed a little bit here and there, but they don't prevent him from traveling anywhere. He's went to every country in the world practically. We are not on a terrorist watch list. That's a myth. It's a myth of the targeted individual program. Okay, that's a myth. So there's four myths that are major myths that are going around in the community that are totally not true. They're misinformation. These perps want to drill that into your head. They want to drill it into your head, drill it into your head. I don't know why they do it. They do it on these calls, and nobody goes to these calls anyway. So they're wasting their time and money paying these idiots because nobody goes to these calls anyway. 50 people, big deal. If there is 50 people going to these calls. Okay. So there's a lot of myths and misinformation going on in this program. We're not on a terrorist watch list. They don't have a secret dossier. They're showing everyone. They're not doing this from an air base underground and all this stuff. They're not doing this to us from an air base. They're not. We're not under an investigation. They want to make us believe that we're not. What are we under investigation for? What? What am I under investigation for? For stealing a candy bar when I was 10 years old? Well, I guess I stole a Snickers bar when I was 10 years old, so I must be a career criminal or something. I'm gonna be put in jail for the rest of my life and all this stuff. No, all this stuff is false, you guys. It's false. It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. You know, these are myths that the perps continue to put in your head. They continue to put in your head on these calls. They drill it in your head. They drill it in your head. They do it on Facebook. They drill it in your head. Drill it in your head. We are not under investigation. What are we under investigation for? For what? For what? For going to work every day? For going to the grocery store? For what? What? We are not under investigation for anything. Who's watching us? Regular civilians that are called gang stalkers are watching us. They're watching us take our dog out and all this stuff. Big deal. They are no one. They're no one. They have no authority. They're probably criminals themselves. You know? These people have no power, you guys. Stop giving them power. They have no power. The contractors have the contract, you know, somebody with a high security clearance, but they're hiring these idiots to do all the dirty work. You got drug addicts saying they're FBI and all this stuff. That's what they did in my program. I had some toothless bitch out there. You know, some toothless fucking bitch out there. They was driving a $200 truck. And she came up here and she was giving me voice of skull. She said, oh, I don't care how much money you make. I don't care about anything. We'll do this to anybody and all this stuff. She was driving a $200 truck and she was a meth head, had no teeth. You know, they wanted me to make me believe these people were FBI and they're driving $200 trucks. You know, it's all a psyop, you guys. It's a psyop. These people have no power. No power at all. They have no power. They use these low-level scumbags to do their dirty work. They have no power. They're drug addicts. They'll be gone tomorrow. I seen it in my program. Seen it in my program. They had all these meth heads, pot heads, and all this stuff that pretended they're FBI and oh my god, they didn't even have a vehicle. They're, you know, all this stuff. The toothless bastards and all this stuff. They will lie their ass off. Lie their ass off. That's what these people do for a living. They lie their ass off to us. They lie. Don't believe anything they say on V2K or in person. They have no power. If they had power, we'd be locked up a long time ago. We'd be locked up a long time ago. For what? For what? What are we going to be locked up for? We're not breaking the law. Don't worry about these idiots. They hire scumbags. They ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. They ain't nothing. They're toothless freaking meth heads. They don't have shit to do and they're using them and they're going to abuse them later on. They ain't nobody. They ain't nobody. They're beneath us. They're beneath us. Remember that. So the myths are, we're not on a terrorist watch list. They're not doing this for some underground Air Force base and all this stuff. They don't have some secret dossier they're showing everyone. That's bullshit. You know, we're not on a terrorist watch list. We're not, you know, we're not anything. You know, this is misinformation to scare us, to scare us. They want to give these people power. They have no power. They have no power. I've been making videos for how many years? They can't have me locked up. Have me locked up. Come in lock me up. Come in. I invite you to come and lock me up. They won't do it. They have no power. Stop giving these guys power they don't have. They're scumbags. They hire scumbag criminals. They give them a free get out of jail card. They're scumbags. They have no power. They can watch you. Big deal. Big deal. They can watch you taking your dog out. The guy's just a scumbag. They're going to use him and abuse him, and he's gone tomorrow. They're never going to use the guy again. You know? So stop worrying about that stuff. Myths of a TI. It's all bullshit. Don't believe this stuff in the community, you guys. Especially on those calls. I'll talk to you guys later.